Do it.
From the Kfi 24-hour newsroom. LA and the Bay Area have both lost population in the same year for the first time. California reported a population loss of 173,000 in a year ending July 1st. A spokesman for the State Department of Finance says the latest stats show the trend is continuing of people moving from expensive places to Central California, which is more affordable. This report brought to you by Audible. Researchers in Oregon say fully vaccinated people who get a breakthrough case of COVID-19 could end up with a sort of super immunity. They say a study found vaccination provides people with foundational immunity for whatever comes next. Multiple other studies have shown getting COVID followed by one dose of vaccine is very protective against reinfection. KFI weather, Saturday we'll see highs in the 60s across Southern California. Sunday, we'll see similar temperatures with highs in the upper 50s to 60s in the Southland, lows in the 40s and 50s. Weekly Local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Andrew Caravella.
Look out for a crash in West LA on the southwest side of the 405 at the 10 freeway. It's taken away the right lane. Now everything else is reopened. Still seeing delays coming away from Olympic. And working on this problem in Downey as well. The eastbound side of the 105 past Bellflower Boulevard. The crash here in the carpool and left lane is cleaning everything up. Was an overturned big rig now upright. And you are just a bit slow as you approach the scene. And Westminster, Caltrans wrapping up a project on the northbound side of the 405 at Westminster Avenue where they've had all lanes shut down. Look for minor delays. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robert Bucky.
Audible is the best place to listen for everything you're into, from comedy and motivation to popular podcasts and best-selling audiobooks. Right now, take advantage of a special holiday offer and save 60% on your first 3 months. Learn more and sign up at audible.com.
I suggest you take a hard look at the interest rates you're paying on your credit cards, car loans, or anything else. With today's low mortgage rates and rising home values, why not refinance with owning? Pull some cash out of your home and take control of high-interest debts. Call Owning at 8332-OWNING or log on to owning.com. In minutes at no cost or obligation, our experienced agents can tell you how much money you have sitting in your house. Then refinance at today's 30-year fixed 2.5% rate, 2.731 APR. And use some of that low-interest money to pay off debt, do things around the house, or for anything you want. Your house may be your piggy bank.
NMLS 2611, licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation and the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act, subject to credit approval for qualified borrowers. Call 833-303-2161 for terms and conditions. Equal housing lender.
Call Owning at 8332-OWNING or log on to owning.com. That's 8332-OWNING or go to owning.com.
Well, it's holiday shopping season again. Now 9 more shopping days to decide what I should buy myself. And now, the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
This is just a good time. You find a new spot for the super game around every corner of Morongo. Surprise! You already won.
Number 4.
Gift a Day giveaway. You'll get gifts Monday through Friday till December 21st when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
3.
Christmas Day dining deals. From Cielo to Good Times Cafe, we've got deals from the class to the casino floor.
And the number 2.
Christmas Day freebie. Get a fancy Christmas brooch Christmas Day.
And the number 1 reason.
12 days of Fabio. 60 winners in 12 days will win one of Fabio's kitchen essentials. Go to MorongoCasinoResort.com to register today.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Morongo. Good time.
Sometimes when I'm hanging out with my ghetto technicians, they tell me something I never expected.
Really? Like what?
Most of our guys used to work for small companies before they came to work for us.
I can't believe you didn't know that already.
Oh, I knew that. What I didn't know is that most of them were afraid of coming to work for a big company like Ghetto. They were afraid of coming into, like a cog in a machine.
I was afraid too.
So why did you come, Zach?
I came to Ghetto for the same reason as any other guy.
One thing to know.
I came because you don't take shortcuts.
Good technicians always want to work for someone who believes in doing things the right way, not the easy way. I appreciate you saying that fact, and we appreciate you giving us the time to do the job right, even after we've already quoted the price, and all them extra hours coming out of your pocket. If I didn't do things the right way, my dad would slap me on the back of my head, and he would say, "Well, you ain't never met none of us feeling miserable either. We'll keep you cool, but it hard to spend."
Still matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because this program is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. California meals and report limitations apply.
Celebrate your favorite podcast at our iHeartRadio Podcast Awards on January 13th, including My Favorite Murder, winner of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award, celebrating the voices that are taking risks, challenging assumptions, expanding the audio art forms, and taking us to places we've never been.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. With Audible Originals, audiobooks, podcasts, and more. True crime, sci-fi, memoirs, and wellness. Audible's got something for every mood. Try it for free when you sign up at audible.com.
KFI AM 640. Say hello on Twitter at Richard Serrett, SYRETT, and my website is strangeplanet.ca. Now this is something you have to see to believe. Sorry about that pun. A Florida couple recently learned that they were in a sticky situation when a 7-foot-tall beehive holding an estimated 80,000 bees and 100 pounds of honey was uncovered behind a cellar wall in their home during a bathroom reno. According to the New York Times, Stephanie and Barry Jones confused reported that they removed a beehive near their shower several years before this discovery and continued to spot the insects inside their home afterward. "We both really love nursery. We love bees," Stephanie told the Times. "We're like, we'll leave you alone, you leave us alone. They were nice bees. So we were like, sure, go ahead, live in our shower." So when the couple recently decided to update their bathroom, they called in a professional beekeeper, Alicia Bixler. She runs the bee-centered company How's Your Day, Honey, in case of any of the insects were uncovered during the project. The Grahams were shocked, I tell you, to find that the bees had spotted in their home belonged to a hive of thousands. Removing the insects and the 100 pounds of honey with them took more than 5 hours and came to a cost of $800, which was not covered by insurance, incidentally. You can read more of the story and see some interesting pictures in the news section up at coasttocoastam.com. If you're a budding musician and you want to get your music out there and have it heard by millions, well, pay attention. On the first Sunday of every month, George Norrie plays bumper music selections from emerging artists just like you who might not be heard elsewhere. Music submissions are to be sent digitally on a thumb drive along with an authorization note. In other words, you have to give Coast to Coast AM permission to play your music. Has to be submitted digitally on a thumb drive. You're going to send that to producer Tom Danheiser at Premier Radio Network. The easiest thing is to go to coasttocoastam.com and go to the highlight carousel. I think it's the last slide in the carousel, and the mailing address is right there. All right, back to more of your great calls. Thank you on Coast to Coast. Don't go away.
Cancer. So many lives are touched by cancer. In fact, 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will be diagnosed with cancer. At the American Cancer Society, we are on a mission to free the world from cancer. It's a big mission, driven by little things, like a ride to treatment, a free place to stay, a 24/7 helpline. But these little things are really the big things, because to a cancer patient and their family, they're everything. And every day, we reach thousands of cancer patients who so desperately need these services. But we need your help to get these critical services to more people and families in need this holiday season. Go to cancer.org and join the fight against cancer. It takes just minutes to donate and help provide essential support to cancer patients and their families. Don't wait. More than 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer. Go to cancer.org right now and make a difference. Go to cancer.org. Meet Via Memory Plus with some of the most researched plant-based nutrients harnessing the natural components within the cocoa beans to improve memory and brain function in just 8 to 12 weeks. Try Via Memory Plus capsules. Order today at cocovia.com. That's COCOAVIA.com. And use coupon code RADIO20 to get 20% off your order. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease.
Whether you're vaccinated or not, it's important to know the symptoms of COVID and its variants. Fever is the leading sign of COVID and the flu, so make sure you use an accurate thermometer. Only the Exogen Temporal Scanner thermometer has been proven accurate with more than 100 clinical studies. Non-contact thermometers have no clinical evidence behind them, and you cannot rely on them. Be vigilant and seek medical advice at the first sign of fever. Learn more at exogen.com.
Welcome back. Some interesting tweets coming in from listeners regarding John Candy, which had a few callers with some John Candy memories, and one John Candy, not a ghost story, but maybe a ghost letter. An individual who received, he said, a Christmas card from John Candy in 2015. Of course, John Candy passed away in 1994. Kathy Harris writes, loving the John Candy stories, my spouse used to work for the post office, said it's likely the card slipped behind a machine, was found and delivered. Still a cool story, though. You believe that if you'd like. Oh, come on. Come on. Just the machine wasn't found for, what, 15 years? Possible, I suppose. Anita enjoyed listening to John Candy memories on Coast to Coast AM tonight. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, this is Aaron. Oh, Aaron was the gentleman who called about the Christmas card from Saskatchewan. Here's the John Candy card in Jersey I mentioned before I got them framed. That goes number 94 with the Toronto Argonauts. That's the Canadian Football League. That's the other difference between Americans and Canadians. All right? Pay attention. Here's a crash course. So, your Thanksgiving is in November. Ours is in October. You buy your milk in jugs. You buy your milk in bags. And the third difference between Canadians and Americans, our football has 3 downs. Your football has 4 downs. And here's a picture of the Christmas card from John Candy. Have a Merry Christmas and a winning New Year. And it's signed John Candy. Well, thank you for sharing that. All right, let's go back to the phones. Deborah is in Peoria, Illinois, on the wild card line. Deborah, good morning. Welcome to the coast.
Good morning, Mr. Taylor. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season and a blessed.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you something. I haven't heard. It's suddenly something happened. And I woke up on Christmas Eve, and my mom and dad didn't have a fireplace, so they took the care of me, the attic opening. And I woke up, and I looked around our bedroom door, and I could see they were cooking. And mom and dad were playing with my brothers on their playground, by the way, because they still didn't get smoke. And they were playing with it, and I thought, what are they doing? Because I called them where it comes, and I thought, well, they're playing with the train my brother asked for, so it must have already came. About that time, I hear scuffling on top of the roof. And I heard bells tinkling. And I thought, oh my God, he's here, and let's leave him. And so soon that's really back in bed, and all of a sudden I hear this perfect ho ho ho. And then I thought, oh my gosh, he's real. And I was trying to figure out why my mom and dad were up, and he had came. And so I believe they got up after he was already putting stuff out. But for me, I believe somewhere in time, I'm 65 now, that happened in 62, 63, 7 or 8. And I told my grandchildren and my children this, and I to this day believe he does exist somewhere in time. And I enjoy it so much, but my kids, when they found out, my grandkids found out there was no Santa Claus, as though my kids and my grandkids said, Grandma or Mom, you lied to us. I said, I lied to you in the spirit of Christmas, because I told you the story about Santa Claus, and I really do believe he does exist somewhere in time. I said that I feel blessed that I got to experience that.
Right. Well, I mean, there was a St. Nicholas. He was an actual living and breathing person who came from Asia Minor in what, was it the 4th century?
I got that story. Yes, I said there really did exist one, and maybe this is his spirit visiting back on Earth to this day. Who knows? You know.
Absolutely. I believe that.
And also too, I wanted to tell you, I love your bumping. All the hosts on Coast have your own way of playing your music. And I really enjoy yours. I like Mr. Norris too. Because yours is more diverse and stuff I've not heard before. It's a little different. But I enjoy it. And
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to it.
Okay. I appreciate it. You have a very Merry Christmas, Kevin. Let's see. That's so nice. What a wonderful story. Let's see. Gary's in Cleveland, east of the Rockies. Hey, Gary. Good morning. Welcome to Coast AM.
Hey, good morning. You know, after I talked to your folks, realized what I said, I got two quick stories. In 1994, September 14th, there was a plane crash up in Pittsburgh, and it was on Flight 427. Well, I was part of an agency where we would go out with our dogs to locate any UFO. And so at that location, we worked there for like 8 days, and there was this cloud, very dark cloud, that was hanging over the area where the plane crash had happened. And everywhere else was complete sunshine. And on the 8th day, we told the coroner that we located everything that needed to be located, and we can close down the site. And as we went back down the hill to the command area, to then saying goodbye to everybody and good luck. It's began to rain, past the dark. It was torrential rain just in that area. So it was like, the only way it's not to tell you, it's like a refreshing rain where the angels were kind of clearing out the air and purifying everything at that particular point in time. The other incident I had, I was going to Indiana for another investigation. And this is back in 1994 too. And I took the wrong road. And as I'm driving down the road, there was no mention, no indication that there was going to be a sharp 45-degree turn to the left ahead. And as I'm driving, of course, the conditions were icy, and I was probably driving way too fast, but I was anxious to get over to the area. I literally felt my truck lift off of the road because I was at the end of the road and I didn't make the 45-degree turn. And instantaneously, I could feel my truck being turned around and placed back on to the road, and making the 45-degree turn without incident. So,
an angel. So you're saying an angel, perhaps?
without a doubt. Now, one last thing that you might want to write down is this gentleman you talked about, he was a dog behaviorist.
Yeah.
If you go online and you Google American Journal of Osteopathic Medicine, you'll see an article that was written back in March, and it talks about all the research that has been done using dogs to detect COVID-19. And it talks about all the fallacies and the air factors with all the existing test kits where there's tremendous inaccuracy.
Right, the PCR, which can produce false
And now
positives. Right.
Yeah, and now you know that it was just on the news where the coordinator from the White House said that if you've had your COVID vaccination and you get tested, you could show up positive for COVID. If you the actual research shows that dogs are 90% accurate in detecting COVID.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, dogs can sniff out a cancer, a tumor.
Yeah. So I just thought that might be an interesting show for you down the road.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we have Jesse Steinberg on later tonight on Coast. He is talking about enlightened dog training. I appreciate the call, Gary. Thank you so much. Great story. I love stories of angelic intervention this time of year. First-time caller, Gerald is in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Hey, Gerald, how are you?
Good, Richard. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. This is a story that I either was an apparition or a ghost story that I had and saw. I'm in my early 70s right now, and years back in about 1970, when my grandfather passed away, he was a gardener also, and he also had rows and rows and rows of raspberries that they sold to Grandma and Grandpa, and they picked enough raspberries to pay for their taxes every year.
Wow.
Anyways, when I was going to night school in college, my grandfather passed away, like I said, and I used to stay with my grandmother, and I was in my early 20s back then. I would go to school at night, and then I would after college, going over to my grandmother's house. It would be like 1 o'clock in the morning when I would get back and go to sleep. With my grandmother would stay downstairs with a 2-story home, and she would sleep on the bed, of course, in the living room. And I would go upstairs, and then in the morning I would go back to my original house with my parents and clean up and then go to work. Well, anyways, this one night when I went into my grandmother's house, into the pantry, and then I would walk into the kitchen, and Grandma would be sleeping in that room, which would be the living room. When I walked through the pantry as usual, and I went into the kitchen, and then I would turn left, and then there would be like a small hallway, like, and then I would go upstairs. Well, in this hallway, as I entered, I heard like a and I Grandma must have been maybe checking on me, and maybe I scared her. Well, anyways, when I started to walk into the hallway after that, I looked, because you can see through the stairway going up, you can see had those rails that you could see through.
Right.
And it's just for a guard. So anyways, I looked, and there, going up the stairs, was a light, like a black light, long. I didn't look up to the top. It was already going up the stairs, and I could see at the bottom of that dress the feet, bare feet above the ankles was the dress, and then it was whoop, it went up the stairs, and I thought, geez, you know, and I said, gosh, I don't know what that is. Well, anyways, I didn't think nothing of it, but I definitely did see it. It was I didn't, but I did notice everything was perfect, you know, like you could see it was a picture.
Right.
Anyways, I got upstairs. I went into my bedroom, and also my bedroom was a bathroom. I usually clean up a little bit and then go lay down in my bed and go to sleep. Then before I went to sleep, I heard some hiccuping, you know, and I thought, did somebody sick on me? You know, and so it didn't bother me, and I went to sleep, and the next day, it was, as usual, I would go back to my grandmother's house, but then, it just struck me where there is no way that you can go up those stairs without squeaking the each step. You know, each step was
Right. And when you saw this apparition, it was making no sound.
No sound. No.
There you go.
And
So who was it? Any idea, Gerald? We're just about out of time. Any idea who it might have been?
Gosh, I don't know. The house was older, and it was shingled, and it was, I don't know if my grandfather would not know. He wouldn't have worn a dress, you know, like one of those skirts things.
Right,
And to this day, I don't know if it was from existing in that house. But I didn't tell the story to anybody except one of my brothers. I said, you know, this happened at Grandma's house, and that brother is living in Grandma's house today. And he's in the late 60s also.
Okay. Gerald, I got to run, but thank you for sharing that story. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. All right. For George Norrie, George Knapp, Lisa Lyon, Stephanie Smith, Tom Danheiser, Dan Galante, Chris Burrows, Donna Walker, Sean Ladastor, and in Brantford, Ontario, Scott Park. I'm Richard Sarek. Thank you for your ears and your voices, your beautiful voices. I'll speak with you tonight. Until then, so long for now.
The Federal Reserve may raise interest rates.
Yes, in fact, mortgage rates have already started going up on the rumors.
That's why we just refinanced with owning. We got a 30-year fixed 2.5% rate, 2.731 APR. And we also took thousands out in cash to use for a bunch of other things. Owning made the whole process fast and easy. Wait up! Just wait!
I'm going to call owning and lock in my refi now.
Call Owning at 8332-OWNING or go to owning.com and lock in a 30-year fixed refi at today's 2.5% rate, 2.731 APR. That's 8332-OWNING or owning.com.
NMLS 2611, licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation and the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Subject to credit approval for qualified borrowers. Call 833-303-2151 for terms and conditions. Equal housing lender.
Call Owning at 8332-OWNING or log on to owning.com. That's 8332-OWNING or owning.com.
Portions of the following program will be recorded. Good morning, my early rising friends. I am Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, custom home builder, custom home designer, It's just about 6 o'clock in the morning on this beautiful, crisp Saturday, and for the next 2 hours, I'm going to be here with you as a friendly voice in your morning and your personal guide to turning your ordinary house into something truly extraordinary. It all gets started in just a couple of minutes, so stay tuned and welcome home. This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. He said dilettante. Dilettante's a good word. Now they know it. I don't have to spell the fancy words I use.
John and Ken, weekdays 2 to 6 on KFI. Decking the halls with vows of talk.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles and County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Surge support teams. I'm Brian Bruman, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Some states are getting extra COVID-19 help from the Biden administration.
Colorado, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Mexico, New York, Vermont. We've sent new search teams to a lot of those areas.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says the teams will help healthcare systems in the states that are struggling to handle the increase in COVID cases. New York is one of the